and I'm going to check to make sure that the stream has started. Check, check, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2. It looks like we're live. Hopefully, we look good in terms of audio, because I was told that I was too quiet compared to people last time I was streaming for the post show last week. So I did a little bit of adjustment. Maybe things will be better this time. I hope things will be better. But hello, everyone. Hello, comrades, and welcome to episode 273, or live show 16, or you could call it season 2. I've been tempted to call it season 2, episode 16 of the Terminus podcast. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. This week we have a special background. I call it the largest railroader possible. We may talk about that more as the show goes on. And now I will, now my co-hosts are welcome to introduce themselves.
Yo.
Yo.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm not Sheriff Woody. My name is Ryan, and this is the greatest, most sensational, Muppetational show of tonight.
That's possible. It's definitely the best Terminus podcast today. So I'll give it that. But anyway, yes, this is our live train news show where we talk about train news, live. We may have a third co-host joining us a little bit later, but dear viewer, you are welcome to join us by joining our Discord. Link is in the description. Anyone with any rank on the Discord server is allowed to join the show at any time to talk about a railroad news item of their choosing. Before we get to the railroad news items, I'll cover the Class 1 mantle of responsibility, of which we have just one. CSX had a wreck of some description. I don't know exactly what happened. I heard multiple things. There was a collision, as far as I understand. I think it may have even been a head-on collision between two CSX trains, and no injuries were reported. I mean, for it being a head-on collision, if it wasn't indeed a head-on collision, no injuries is pretty nice to hear. So that happened on the 14th of March, which was yesterday. Was that St. Paddy's Day yesterday?
I think St. Patrick's Day is this Friday.
Oh, is it this coming Friday? Okay. I know Boston did the parade this weekend. So they must have been getting ahead of the game.
I lie. It's actually this Tuesday, March 17th. So.
Huh. Is St. Patrick's Day one of those holidays that's the same date every year? I feel like I don't know the date of St. Patrick's Day, but if it's on Tuesday, that's weird. If it's not one of the ones. Thanksgiving's always on a Thursday. I'm going to assume St. Patrick's Day is not always on a Tuesday. But that's all we've got for the Class 1 mantle of responsibility. So, I will open it up to any audience that wants to come around and talk about railroad news. And of course, we are here to talk about railroad news. We'll be here for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Now, TJ, I will address you first, because I would love to be talking about...
Yo.
Okay. I would love to be talking about my trip to the WWF yesterday, but unfortunately I was not able to attend. You and Mew were.
Yes. Mew and I.
Yes.
Not you and I, but Mew and I.
Mew and I. How was that?
It was really good. Always a good day up in Maine, It was a busy day. We drove up on Friday night, stayed at our friend's house, and then Monday morning. That's tomorrow. Saturday morning, we woke up bright and early, went to Dunkin' Donuts, realized that there had been like 3 or 4 inches of snow laid down overnight, which was lovely.
Oh, wow.
So we drove ever so slowly over to the railroad. We started shooting at probably by 9 o'clock, and we were done around 1 o'clock. And we were shooting a series of videos for rules training. So they're going to be, safety practices around the WWF. Going to be some nice edited videos to, for folks who are maybe not able to make the rules classes, or as sort of, a nice teaching mechanism for the rules classes as well. So we spent the morning doing that. Got to ride around on the running board at 52 for a little while, which was always fun. I got to
What is
climb up on the.
I have
Go
a
ahead.
question. I don't mean to interrupt. What is 52?
52 is the little tiny green diesel that it's a little Plymouth Switcher diesel that the WWF has. It is like their main diesel locomotive that they run. Well, it's really the only diesel locomotive that they have. They have like a Brookville like thing that basically looks like a ride-on mower, but a train.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like a tractor, but you're right. It looks like a ride-on mower.
But
Oh, that
52,
sounds lovely.
yeah, 52 is a nice, cute little Plymouth. It's basically like if the Strasbourg Dinky was shrunk down to 2 foot and painted green. Um, and yeah, it went really well. The footage came out good. I got it sent off to the folks that it needs to be sent off to, and hopefully we'll get critique slash approval to have the other videographer that works with the WWF is going to go up, I think, next weekend maybe, and shoot the rest if there needs to be more shooting, and then we'll go from there. But it was really fun. And then, as I remarked to Ellis and Mew last night after we got back, it's just really cool that we're just like hanging around a place that has like 2 or 3 steam locomotives just chilling in a like in a roundhouse, and like it's like our not I don't know, our museum feels weird to say because we don't it's not
We're
our museum
volunteers,
like
you know.
in the ownership sense, but it's like it's our home museum technically because that's where we volunteer most, and it's just like, yeah, we can just like chill and hang out around these beautiful steam locomotives.
I grabbed the photo of 52 at when it was doing when it was filling in at the main narrow gauge because it looks so perfect over at the main narrow gauge.
It
And
does.
that is 52. It is a little guy.
In this picture it doesn't have it's not engine 52 feathers in this
Oh yeah,
image.
that's right. What are those like? Uh,
They're turkey feathers, I think.
Turkey feathers on around the
Oh, it
headlight, of
looks.
course.
I love the contrast of like this thumbtack of an engine hauling like the proper sized coaches.
Yeah,
That is lovely.
and it's 2 foot, so proper sized is really it's overselling it. They're really small coaches, and 52 is a really small engine. I got to be in the cab of 52 for I think the first time the other day, when we were dinking around in the snow, and it's a small place.
It
Um,
is, yeah. There's not much room to go around here. I posted a screenshot of 52 with the feathers on the turntable.
okay, yeah, I'll put this up
This
on
is
the.
from yesterday. This is a
Oh, this is from
screenshot of
yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah.
Oh wow, it looks not very snowy. It looks less snowy than
No,
I'd expected.
the snow was basically all melted by the end of the day because it was like 45 and sunny.
Yep.
So we got there and it was like a winter wonderland kinda, and then as the day went on, it melted and got into a more spring-like day. But such is March in Maine, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, it's such a cute little engine. I really have a soft spot. I don't normally like diesels at railroads that run steam, because it's like, why would I focus on the diesel when there's a steam engine? Um, but 52 really has my heart. It's just such a silly little looking guy. Apparently there used to be safety stripes on the back of the cab, and I would love if they would add those back. But
That's so funny. Well, now the back of the cab has like 3 names on it, and there's room for even
yeah,
more. So that's
yeah,
the new safety stripes.
yeah.
As
So what I'm hearing is everyone who visits the WWF needs to sign the cab.
yeah, yeah,
No,
it's like a cast.
yeah. the names on the back of the cab are that's where they store the magnets for the memorial names for prominent volunteers who had passed away.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's a little sad, but it's also cool that they're always honored in some way at the railroad, forever.
Yeah. As far as 2-foot news goes, I came across this article, or not article per se. It is a donation page on GoFundMe, from the Bridgeton and Saco Railroad Museum,
Yes,
the newest 2-foot railroad museum in Maine.
because we needed another one.
Yeah, I know we didn't have enough. Currently fundraising to acquire the headlight of BNSR number 5. It was the first 244T to operate on the BNSR or any of the main 2-footers. And it was also the last to be constructed by the Portland Company of Portland, Maine. Also, it set the speed record on the BNSR, according to this. The speed record on the Bridgeton and Saco was 56 miles per hour.
That is terrifying.
Well, some people doubt that the 2-footers could reach such a speed. And I also had my doubts until I went and I found the timetable. I found a timetable for the WWF. And on that timetable, you can see the mileposts and the times that the trains would be scheduled through these stations. And I'll be damned, the trains were scheduled to run a mile a minute through some areas.
Yeah,
It's
the
crazy.
in particular, the WWF famously had the China Bog, and engineers did not like running over the bog because swampland and right of way don't really mix very well. So it was like a long, straight, flat section through this bog, and story goes that they would do 60 just to get out of there as quickly as possible, because they did not want to be on there.
Well, this
Go
ahead.
Oh, continue. Sorry. I was just going to say that is a terrifying thought.
But the GoFundMe is looking to raise $4,500 and has already raised about $2,500. So they're doing pretty well.
Where is the headlight currently?
It's in a private collection, from what I understand, and the private collector wants the monies.
That is, I'm gonna be real. I'm kind of a little like, what? 4,500. I feel. Listen, I'm not. The comments made by the co-host here do not reflect the Iron Horseman Company as a whole. But I feel like, I mean, it's for the actual engine itself. Just give it back.
Well, we don't. The engine itself does not exist, sadly.
Yeah.
It's
going to like an associate engine.
BNSR number 7 and number 8 survive. 5 is long gone, but no, that's a lot of money for a headlight from a private collector to go to the museum.
Yeah, that is borderline. Again, I say this with utmost respect, but that is borderline extortion. That is
they're like, yeah, oh, you want this? You want this last remaining piece of number 5? Oh, okay. Well, it'd be a shame if someone really made it expensive for you.
Yeah, honestly, if I were the BNSR museum, I would be. I don't think I'd be going for this. I'd be raising money for other things.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I'm pretty sure you can, like, there has to be, like, I guarantee you'd be able to, like, make a replica headlight for maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of that cost or a half. I mean, I don't know anything about. I mean, I don't know, but like, I feel like $4,500 for a headlight is rather steep.
That's fair. I mean, they don't need a headlight. Is the thing. They're getting this because it's an artifact.
So this is not even to like go on an engine permanently. This is just like.
No, they're getting it because it's the last piece of number 5, and they want it for their collection because it's BNSR, and they're the BNSR museum, which makes sense. But they have some pretty big aspirations. You know, they want to build some railroad. They want to rebuild a chunk of the BNSR, if I remember right. So.
Hold on, I'm gonna what is the Bridgeton and Saco? I'm gonna familiarize myself with this railroad real quick.
Yeah.
They don't even they don't even have a museum location. Like they have the land, but they don't have like a physical location yet.
No, they need a
Mm,
building. They need
okay.
a garden
Yeah.
shed from Home Depot to put this
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they need a
I was about to
building.
say,
They need the yard that they want to build.
okay, so okay, yeah, if they, okay, maybe they don't, yeah, okay. That private collection is going to be there till the end of time. And I guarantee
Well,
you, like,
Well,
well,
the thing is I think it's going up for sale. Like
uh,
I think
oh,
that's why they're the ones bidding on it. Like because they're like, I don't know if it's going to stay in that collection anymore, or like if the collection's just
well,
dissolving, or
well,
oh
to be
yeah, I don't
fair,
know.
like, it's going to stay in a private collection till the end of time. So it's always going to be, like, there. And I guarantee you that any collection of any collector of Railroadiana who's like, if like like a closely affiliated organization to your piece, to you whatever piece you have comes asking for it, like you know, like
I don't know.
from
It's a
what
lot of money.
yeah, no, I agree. I'm sorry. I'm spouting misinformation today because I'm sorry.
Uh,
I please forgive me.
if we want to keep on the Steam thread, I don't know. I don't know what news stories have piqued the interest of the two of you lately. But we do have at least two other Steam-centric news items that I think are worth touching on. The first one I only found out about today, which is that the what is it? The 576, not the 587. The 576 is getting ready for its first firing, um, which is crazy how far this engine has come in the last couple of years. So, yeah, the Nashville Steam Preservation Society is getting ready to fire it for the first time in 75 years. They installed tubes and flues in January. Uh, they, they were working in the boiler. They put in 1,800 new stay bolts. Uh, I I don't know what they're gonna do with this engine afterward, but it's really cool that they're this close to making it run. Uh, so
I think the plan is that like I think it's always been somewhat agreed that they're going to go run at the Tennessee Central Railroad Museum.
where is that?
That
Don't say
uh
Tennessee.
uh, it's in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
But what I understand, I think they have a healthy like the Tennessee Central has like a relatively healthy like relationship with the surrounding communities and also all of that. Um, so like I think they're very like the good news is that this is one of the few big steam locomotive restorations where they have a plan. Like it's not
That's always nice.
yeah, it's because it's not like 614 where we're staring at it like, well, you're gonna restore it, but what main line? You got half of it done. You restored it, but where's the main line? Um, so this is like and yeah, I don't mean to yap so much. I'm sorry. What do you think
you're
about this,
you're on
TJ?
the podcast to yap. That's why we have you here. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
You're
Yes, but
you're good at yapping, so I said come on more often. Uh,
yes, but like my recent yaps as of 5 minutes ago have not been of good quality. They've not been good quality
poor
yaps.
quality yaps. Uh,
you
Yeah.
just gotta keep practicing until they get good.
I was trying to find
Is
a map of the Tennessee Central Railway Museum to see like where they run, but I don't know. Like it's not clear to me where they go. I don't know how long their excursions are, but they seem to have like a decent fleet of passenger equipment.
they've got
Um,
one of the nicer fleets on the East Coast, from what I've been told.
what's funny is I've never heard of them until just now. I'm sure they have a very nice fleet. I mean, obviously, I'm not a passenger car guy, and you're very much a passenger car guy, at least certainly more than I am. So
Terminus public thread, like they've got like it's a nice fleet they've got. A nice little what for what it is. It's cohesive.
oh, it is cohesive. Oh, I see. Why do you need a baggage car? Why-
Well, where are you going to sell your merchandise? Where are you going to sell your
Wait, they
$5
have
hot chocolate?
not only that, they have two baggage cars.
Yes, because I genuinely I think one of them might be an HEP generator. I am not
Well,
sure.
that does make
Oh,
sense.
because they like I think their regular fleet is like they've got a pair of like from what you want to see the lash up ever?
I'm seeing the lash up from this picture. They've got
No, no,
a
no.
knockoff
Like,
MBTA Cranberry unit, 2B units, and some kind of Jeep.
yeah, no, no. Look at the photo, but underneath.
Wait, what are those doing there?
Those are
Mercenary
units from the
carry unit.
Those are the Nashville and Eastern. The Nashville and Eastern is like a regional that RJ Corman actually bought. So, um, those are like patched BNSF C40s. I don't do diesels, but fun. Um, I don't know, but like I think they do excursions because again, please take with a grain of salt because I too am not an expert on this. From what I know, I think that trackage is owned by like I think the Nashville and Eastern, or it's either owned by the Nashville and Eastern or the state of Tennessee, and so I think they get like very good trackage agreements.
Okay, well that's pretty cool. I if these guys end up just like tooling around with a Northern, they'll definitely be worth checking out. Uh, again, never seen them. I've only spent a grand total of like 4 hours in Tennessee. I landed. I got off the plane in Memphis. I went to the pyramid, and then I drove south towards New Orleans. So it was. I haven't been able to experience much of the state. I haven't been able to experience like the pretty part of the state. And there's lots of cool railroad museums out there. I mean, uh, this article from Trains Magazine says that TCRM is working on a site with coal storage, um, and they're also installing a turntable that was donated by CSX in
That's
Watertown,
cool.
Tennessee. So that's going to be one of the sites that they want to run excursions to. Um, but yeah, no,
Yeah, it
this
looks
thing
like
is
they
cool.
run. Yeah, it looks like they run Nashville. Where is Watertown, Tennessee? 'Cause it looks like they do Nashville to Watertown. Hold on. Railguide.com go. I'm sure. Yeah, no, you were the one who introduced me to Railguide.
I really. That's funny because
Yes.
I don't remember it. So I must have it must mean more to you than it ever did to me.
Okay. Well, it looks like they run on what? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Looks like the former. Thanks, Railguide. Can you show me who owns the trackage now? No, that's unfortunate.
No, it's a secret to
Um.
everybody.
Yeah. No. Oh wait. Hold on. Classic owners current. Give me a current, please. Thank you. Can you tell us? No. It's just it's what? Huh? No, it doesn't. Oh yeah,
It's
it's national. Okay, it's the National and Eastern. Yeah. Okay.
okay. It's an
Um.
enigma wrapped
Yeah.
in a mystery.
Yeah.
Uh,
No. They're selling line train tickets for $80 a pop. Wow.
I hope you get free wine with that.
that must be some good
I think
wine, yeah.
I guess. I mean that, and also like it doesn't look like it looks like a proper scenic ride too. Like it's not like I don't mean to dunk on them. It's not like the B&O Railroad Museum where you're going through the world renowned famous for its breathtaking scenery downtown Baltimore.
Well,
But yeah, I don't know, I suppose what is beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But
yeah,
anyways,
I
um,
love empty post-industrial backlots. That's why the Northeast Corridor is my favorite tourist railroad. Uh,
yeah, I mean, I suppose, yeah. Um, no, that's I will say, like, there was one of the bigger train YouTubers, High Iron Productions, or High Iron, if anyone does that name ring a bell to you two.
I mean, I think I've heard the name, but I don't know anything by
Yeah.
them. By them.
Uh, they did like a couple of actually some pretty good train video essays. They were heavily involved with this, and they actually made a pretty stellar documentary about the history of the Tennessee Central Railroad.
Huh?
Um,
Neat.
yes. Um, so yeah, honestly, I'm glad to see another Northern with a plan of operation in place. That's nice.
There are there are a significant number of locomotives that are actively being uh, built or otherwise restored that are it does seem like the operational plan is we'll figure it out.
It's kind of an afterthought. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah, well, we'll have a big Steam engine. What we want to do, people will want to do something with that, and then you sort of look at 2926. That I feel like they've been trapped on a small siding for the last several years now, and it's like, okay, if you restore it, that does not mean you will get to do anything with it.
Yeah. Which is a shame because I think like they're one of the few locomotives that they actually invested heavily in like a PTC array.
Yeah, I mean, 2926 would be fantastic to see out on like Raton Pass or something. It's not like there's that much other traffic up there. So yeah, it's a total sidebar. But yeah, this and then 576. I'm glad to hear they're doing something with it. The other T-1 that's getting restored.
What, the 250?
Yeah, the 250.
You just hard air quotes.
I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I know that they've been. I don't have an article for this, and honestly, I don't trust any article right now. I am a little skeptical of whatever the heck they think they're going to do with the 250th Freedom Train sort of deal.
Oh, I think that's just a money laundering scheme, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they're just trying to raise money for the museum, and I don't know. I really don't think that's gonna happen. I think maybe they'll end up like bobbling around their local area for a little while, but like the map that they posted is like so unrealistic.
And I hate to dunk on the greatest triumph of our generation when it's done, Duck for Dinner. But I don't know what the T1 Trust expects to do with the T1 when it's done. I know they have like invitations from a couple places, but if I remember right, the places are Strasbourg, Steamtown, and Cuyahoga, and those really don't strike me as places that are going to be great for a T1.
Apparently I think somehow the T1 is like I'm sure you've heard this, like it's got the same turning radius as like a Berkshire, so like I think that's why Strasbourg has sent out the invitation. But I totally agree that like seeing 5550 putts around with the wooden coaches might be too much.
Bachmann starter set activities.
No, it's literally every model railroad club ever.
Yes. Apparently back.
It really is, yeah.
Apparently back last June, 2926 announced that it had gotten permission to operate on 40 miles of state-owned trackage around Albuquerque. So that's interesting. It's only for non-revenue deadhead moves.
Yeah.
But it means they can pose it in more places around town, basically, is what they're saying.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. Like it's like that's the biggest issue. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
No, go ahead. No, be my guest with that.
Yeah.
Also, I wanted to find that this. Oh yeah, there's the 250th page.
What is it? Are you looking American Freedom Train 2026.us?
No, I've got it was the link that you forwarded to the Foam Squad, TJ. Or in the Foam Squad, or that Gavin posted in there. I'm just gonna put it in the document.
Please do. This might be the funniest thing.
I don't buy it. I don't think anyone should buy it. It seems like it's sort of coming out of nowhere, and it's not clear to me how any of this is like it doesn't seem legit. It doesn't pass the smell test. That's all I'm saying.
No, not at all. And the website doesn't look good enough. Like for the people who have supposedly enough money to do this, you would have a better website, right?
Well, one would hope. You know who does have the money to do this though?
Do tell.
Union Pacific.
The Union Pacific, like good Lord. I think we're gonna have our own American Freedom Train experience when I think it's what, like when every Pennsylvania town triples in population when that thing comes through.
Yeah, when it's
A rolling doubling of your population.
yeah, it's
Oh
you'll be
yeah,
able to track it via the traffic
through
delays
Google
on
Maps.
Google
Yeah,
Maps. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. You
Yeah,
gotta
or like a
go where the
NASA
red is.
satellite.
well, to be fair, they haven't announced anything about actually coming east. I know that they have announced that they are planning to do that, but they don't have any locations or times picked out. They did say that their coast to coast tour starts with a run from uh, Cheyenne to California, and that's on, brace yourselves, 2 weeks from today. It starts Sunday, March 29th.
Okay.
And so the population of Wyoming is going to double, so two more people, and then it's going to go. Let's see. Well, let's see. It's running to Salt Lake City, and then through Utah and Nevada, uh, to Portola, California, and then down uh, through Roseville. Okay, yeah, it's going to go chill in Roseville, and then it's going to turn around. It's going to display at Sparks, or it's going to. Sorry, there are two display locations at Roseville on April 10th and 11th, and in Ogden on April 18th and 19th. So they did post the schedule of all the places they intend to pass through, not stop. Um, but yeah, they're going to be going from Wyoming west to Roseville, and then back east to Cheyenne, uh, and then they're going to figure out coming east, I guess. They said they're going to start the eastern leg of the tour in late spring. I don't know how contingent that is on the UPNS merger.
Um, well, I mean, I think we all know this, but I think they're the one of the main vehicles, Tish, about this
Nice.
whole merger is genuinely like they're taking it to all of these places. It's goodwill. I mean, we know this. I mean, this is the oldest trick in a Steam program book. Like, so I don't know.
It's
I
it's
you know
it's
I
a giant
It's
propaganda
definitely
machine.
PR. It's all
Yeah.
PR, yeah.
yeah. It's I mean, the fact is that like I will say like I can't support the UP Steam program, but at the same time like I figure we're probably gonna have to go out and see the damn thing because this is probably a once in a lifetime event.
I don't support it, but
Because
damn, it's cool.
I mean I don't even say it's cool. I think it's just a thing that's happening. It's like I mean like I'm not the biggest fan of 4014. I think it's just like I don't know. I feel like there's cooler engines in the UP roster. Personally, I'm more of a 3985 fan myself. But like, cool. 4014. Why not? Let's go. Like see it once, like for 5 minutes, get a selfie with it, then leave before the masses go. What is it? It's that one Rick and Morty meme. Come on, 20-minute adventure in and out.
Yeah. I speak the UPNS merger. The most recent update from that is that apparently Smart TD, the International Association of Sheet Metal, Air, Rail, and Transportation Workers, uh, sent a letter to senators and representatives in support of the UPNS merger, which is surprising. Uh, the quote that was taken for this article for Railway Age is, "Beyond workforce stability, this merger presents significant opportunities to strengthen freight mobility nationwide. The creation of the nation's first coast-to-coast railroad would expand service options, improve network fluidity, reduce truck congestion on taxpayer-funded highways, and support long-term economic growth." I just that isn't what the union should be caring about.
Yeah, I was going to say this kind of feels. I mean, I don't. What? No, sorry. No, sorry, I didn't mean. But no, I looked. I found something, but no. Um, no, I definitely. I don't. I realize I'm not really in any position to talk about the role of a union, but at the same time, I definitely agree that this kind of feels a little manufactured.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't know. I don't want to be. I don't want to put on my tinfoil hat here. It's just this feels like the kind of thing like this is what the railroad is supposed to care about. The railroad is supposed to care about the freight flows and freight mobility and network fluidity and you know im, helping out their own bottom line. The union is supposed to talk about the people. Why in this quote is there nothing about the people? Um, I mean, you can read the whole letter. It's about a page and change, um, and I don't know. It just seems maybe this quote doesn't have the context of the rest of the letter around it. Maybe that doesn't work. Uh, but it seems like it's talking about the wrong thing. That's what I'm getting out of it. But they're talking about workforce stability and stuff like that, and there have been some conversations about that UPNS will make sure that everyone that has a job now has a job post merger, and I just don't really buy it. It's this in the 250th. It doesn't pass the smell test. I mean, the class ones are massive companies. They need to care about their shareholders, Bob, who's helping them out. Uh, the union is supposed to be the balancing force, not the thing saying no, just keep letting them do what they want to do.
Yeah. Um, it feels it's yeah. User request to speak. May I let him
There
in?
is a hand up in the audience. Um, Mew, welcome
He's
to the
in.
Hello,
show.
thank you. I do want to um, piggyback off what Ellis said and say that I have to agree. Like, they'll probably do some. I would not be surprised if they do any, technical sneaky shenanigans like, oh, yeah, post merger, yeah, you still have your job for all of 5 seconds or something.
Well, the one that I heard that somebody else in the Discord said it was something like, yeah, you still have a job, but we're just relocating you from we're relocating you 2,000 miles away. Oh, you don't want to
I remember
relocate?
that.
Well, I'm sorry, that's your choice to not keep your job. Uh,
Yep.
if you don't want to
It's
relocate, then you don't have to. But your job's over there now.
Mm-hmm.
it's also it's worth noting that um the UP STEAM program has kind of been known as being a harbinger of death.
What does that
Um,
mean in this context?
in the
Please
sense
explain.
that so when I think it was the case of Galveston. No, not Galveston. A town in Tech. It might have actually been Galveston. I don't know. No, great. It was it's one of the UP's biggest repair shops in Texas.
Was it
Um,
Palestine?
yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they brought a STEAM program train through there. And they had like everyone from the shops come out, and it was this whole big event because the steam trains in town. And then I think it was literally like 5 days or a week later that they announced they were closing the shop and laying off basically the entire staff, which also meant like half of the town would basically be unemployed.
Yeah, and there was
Jeez.
a if it is the one I'm remembering, there was a protracted court battle because there was like an agreement between Union Pacific or whatever predecessor and the town dating back to the 1800s, uh, where it was like, no, you have to keep the shop open, and UP went to court and fought it and eventually won, and there it goes.
Man.
Uh, Wild. Mew,
So
was there a particular news item that you wanted to bring onto the show? What's on your platform is what I'm supposed to say.
I did. I have a few articles that are basically a whole saga, sort of its own story. I did want to offer some pictures, if for your consideration, that I took myself when I was at the WWNF,
Oh,
and give a
sure.
bit of a, a local update if TJ hadn't already.
We did talk about it right at the beginning a little bit, but if you have
That's
some
fair.
some other perspectives,
That's fair.
I will gladly put them up on screen.
Was the latest work on 9 talked about
No.
already? Well, let me take some pictures. 9 still exists. Uh,
We have a lot of
definitely
engines. We don't have a lot of working engines, but we have a lot of engines.
real. Um, uh, right now, the current work that's being done is on parts of her valve gear. Um, some bores that probably haven't been touched since before the original WWNF went bust. So they're getting these bores are tapered, and so you got to make sure you get it the right shape, get it zeroed in, etc.
Mhm.
So
Oh
they're gonna
man,
work on that.
who wrote and cleaned those? Who wrote those tags and cleaned those eccentric nuts? They look awesome.
I know, right? Can't imagine who.
It was
Um,
TJ.
yes, it was. For a bit of a bonus perspective, I was actually allowed, because 9 is on the pit, I was allowed to climb down under there and take a few pictures. Um, so you don't normally
It's
get this
top secret.
perspective.
This is yeah, this is the secret documents.
It's proprietary.
I can't find out
Zam.
about this.
That proprietary Stevenson valve gear that was invented like 200 years ago.
I know, right?
I think the pictures should just be rotating now, I think. I'm learning to use the slideshow feature. There we go. Yeah, no, it's between 4 and the oops, and I turned it off. Well,
Oopsie.
these pieces that are underneath. Um but yeah, it's 9's getting valve gear work, 11 is getting work, 3 I assume is getting work. Every locomotive lives with us now. Uh except for 7.
um,
7 is in a cocoon in Portland if I understand correctly.
doesn't, yeah. Um, besides that, to the articles I did mention having, or to present,
Wait, we didn't talk
um,
about. Did you get any photos of 11?
oh,
Of
I
like
did get,
of like our 11?
Oh, our
I
11. That's
did,
right.
true. Um, here, let me just do a spam post. Oh, it's only 4 pictures. Yeah, I'll give the one of the engineering drawings as well for a bonus. Um, so it is green now, the frames and the wheels. And parts are
And I'm
starting to
so
be
happy
assembled.
about it.
I know, right?
I am so happy. It looks so good.
Okay,
It
so
really
which
does.
engine? Okay, so question. As you guys know, Ryan, famous 2 foot historian here. Uh, what is this? Oh, it's a Forney.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
It's
Forney.
244.
it's a replica of WWNF number 7.
Yes.
Oh,
And because
this is awesome.
yes, and because it's technically a new locomotive to the roster, it'll be numbered the next one in the series 11.
Which definitely won't get
So,
confusing because we already have another locomotive numbered 11.
I know, right?
Well, that's 11 asterisk.
Yeah, it's 11E.
Can we be like 11? How about 11.5?
11.5.
Well, it's 11M.
Look, if they ever double head, we'll just call it Timken for Aces at Home.
1111, yes.
We'll call it the Make-A-Wish train.
The Make-A-Wish train.
True.
Because 1111, you got to make a wish.
Yeah, the time of day.
Oh, nothing to do with children with cancer.
No, but
No, no.
that is the joke though.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mash them together, the jokes. It's fine.
The
Just
kids know, don't they?
a pair of 11s standing tall.
I can't wait to have 9, 10, 11, 11. Or 3, 9, 10, 11, 11.
I think you
I
mean
know,
I think you
right?
mean 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, which is definitely how counting that like that's how you count. That's numbers right there. And then
True.
skip a few 52, 53.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, everything looks nice and shiny and pretty in the shop. I'm so excited to see how it fares as time goes on, but That's part of the fun. Um, man, like the wheels are so shiny,
Yeah,
and
like
like all the
Insert.
parts are
Hold
so
on.
shiny.
I have a
it would
topical
be.
GIF here.
A
Those are
topical
very
GIF. Oh
shiny
no.
wheels you have there. It would be a
It-
shame
It's
if a lot of
shiny.
grease happened to them.
I know. It's not gonna stay green for long.
Nah.
I I do like that shade of green though. It's a very Pullman locomotive. Not Pullman. Fuck. Baldwin locomotive works. Baldwin locomotive works 26 core.
Well,
I
you'll
believe.
you'll you'll be so surprised to know that that is the Baldwin Green.
Oh, that's awesome. That
Yeah.
is. I
Because
adore that.
this too is a Baldwin, and this too was painted green.
They were green.
They were
They were
green.
green.
Well, you say that, TJ. This one, now I'm wondering, will we have to make main locomotive and machine its own builder now,
Oh no.
or WWNF?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah. The
no.
WWF. Oh yes. Now we have two new
It's gotta
builders
be
for the
gotta be on
rank.
the list. Oh
Well, they got to
no.
go up top, right?
uh, I don't think so.
We
Do
can put
you do we
21
have
on there
any
too.
do we have any rulings for joint builders?
Joint builders. Unfortunately, no, or perhaps thankfully, no.
Are you sure? Are you
I think
sure Eddyville Baldwin never did anything with Altoona?
oh, they did, but they it was when they did things with Altoona is you build 200 and I'll build 200. uh, anyway, that is
Anyway,
exciting. What was the
on,
other?
onto the articles.
There was another
Oh yeah.
WNF thing that crossed my mind just in a flash, and now it is gone. But yes, it's fantastic that we are working on 11. Um,
you can also see the valve gear starting to be assembled in the background of the one of the pictures.
we did get. Let me see which one.
The one with the wheel in the foreground.
Oh yeah,
You do
yeah.
see the tumbler levers.
You can see
Yeah.
that. Yes. That is cool. That is so cool. It's crazy how it's crazy what kind of progress is being made over there. I want to help.
Yes. Soon, TM.
Yeah.
As for the articles I have, where's the link to the cargo's dock again?
Oh,
seem to
you know
have
what? I
missed it.
neglected to post it in the public thread. Let me grab that.
Well, while you're doing
Well,
that,
it's in the description of the video.
I have
Sorry.
Okay.
I have a quick mention that's not really worth talking about for more than 5 seconds, but I found this article that someone sent about a basement bar being reopened.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was
in
kinda cool.
Penn Station, right?
Yeah, it was in Penn. It's in Penn Station in the basement. No, it's in Pennsylvania Station. It's Station Inn,
Oh,
which is in
Station
a
Inn.
old
Okay.
yeah, which is an old inn. Apparently, this bar is the cool thing, and why I want to mention it is because the bar apparently was open as reportedly as early as 1904.
That is cool.
Oh, it's in
and then
Crescent. Interesting.
Yeah, it's in Crescent. Yeah.
Wait,
It's
Crescent,
cool.
Ohio? Well, not Ohio. Crescent, Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Crescent's not the place with the tunnels. Crescent's the place, the crest of the hill. Yes.
Maybe.
I don't know about that. I have no
No,
clue.
but I think it was Crescent that has the deteriorating N5 that's leaking asbestos.
Well,
Maybe.
who among us is not leaking
Well-
asbestos a little bit?
No
Yeah.
comment.
Yeah.
Hello, Crescent.
Okay,
Isn't
let
Crescent?
me-
Didn't
Crescent
Crescent
City.
have a rail cam that we used to use?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
how I remember it.
is that the one with
Oh.
the? Is that the one with the? Is that illegal monopoly? I think it might be. Or maybe that was Chesterton that had the illegal monopoly van from many moons ago. No, go ahead,
yeah.
Mew. I know
Yep.
what you're here to talk about. I already have the articles open, and it's good because
Okay.
it's a connection to what we were talking about last week.
Yep.
So
I literally just opened up the cargo's dock, so good timing.
I'll drop them
Terminus
in. I'll drop them in for you.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead and drop all three.
sorry.
So-
The Station Inn is the one who hosts the camera.
That's what I thought. Okay, thank you for
Oh,
checking that.
that's
Uh,
cool.
so,
So
Mew, tell us about the
now
portal bridge.
we go to New Jersey.
God forbid.
I was just there today. Proud to report nothing's changed.
Well, something has changed.
Same as it ever was. Something will change tomorrow. But let's do the whole story. So for those who don't know, um, Secaucus, New Jersey, home to part of the Northeast Corridor. Uh, just west, railroad west of Secaucus Junction, you have the 1910 built Portal Bridge. I forget, yeah, Swing Bridge that still has had to operate because of consistent river traffic to this day. Here's the issue: 116-year-old bridge.
Sucks.
Um, yes, broke. It broke. It sometimes gets locked trying to close, and people and workers have to whack it with a sledgehammer to get it back into the proper locking place. It has a notorious history for being broken. And so, these past few years, they finally decided to do something about it. Portal North Bridge, built to basically replace it, built up higher so that they don't have to worry about the boat traffic underneath. It's like very low clearance bar. It's like very low sitting barges, I believe. Um, so Thursday, here's the schedule. Here's how the order of events went. Thursday, this past Thursday, the ceremonial first train went over it. The plan is to open it fully for traffic tomorrow. However, Friday the 13th of March, one of the big antennas up on top that carries some sort of wires, not sure which, not the
It's.
catenary wires, thankfully.
I believe it is.
Just
It is power. Uh,
how?
I believe it's
Okay,
power.
fair enough. One of them broke.
One of them got a
It's like,
little broken. I don't actually. Do you
yeah,
have the photo? Because I don't have the photo of this.
I saw the photo somewhere. Stand by. Portal Bridge. Do that. Images.
Again, I think it was mentioned, yes, like last podcast, but it's so surreal seeing like, actual infrastructure work happen.
Yes, agreed. Um, broken.
I know. I thought we weren't allowed to have nice things.
Well, it's just, I think it's just,
Fine.
it's surreal because like the Northeast Corridor, it's kind of like it. Part of its identity is the fact that it's a 1920 system being running at 2020 capacity.
Yes.
And like I don't know if that's like a good identity to have, but the fact that it's done as well as it does, I think deserves a gold medal. So it's nice to see, you know, we're finally
Real.
we're finally, the Portal Bridge of 100 years old fame is going into retirement, and the new one is coming in.
Oh darn it! The
Tell
image
me,
I
tell me it has a
found.
cool name.
It's a cool bridge. I mean, it's a
It's
cool
But does
name
it
and
have
a
a cool
cool bridge.
name?
the.
Is
It's
it going to
just
be
gonna
called the
be.
Portal Bridge 2?
It's
Oh,
just gonna be called Portal North because there is gonna be eventually a Portal South. So it'll be 4 tracks total eventually. TM.
yeah. It's crazy that they did like the ceremonial ride in the early morning hours of March 13th, and or no, sorry, they did the ceremonial ride what on the 12th,
Yep,
and
Thursday the 12th.
yeah, they did it on Thursday the 12th, and then the following morning, everything fell apart, and they were like, "Shoot, send everything over the new bridge."
Yeah, darn it. The only image I can access of it is the tiniest thumbnail of the brokenness.
Well, forget about it. It exists somewhere.
Yeah, it's just bent. So what they did, what was it? It was either the governor or the CEO of NJ Transit. Okay, yeah. NJ Transit president and CEO Chris Colluri or Collery, not sure how it's pronounced,
Chris
got
Cuomo.
a
No.
Lamau got a phone call about it at 4:45 a.m. Um,
Said,
in
oh
the
no, the
morning on March
ZD.
13th.
Sorry, I can't help
And
myself.
yeah, and about an hour later, after talking with rail ops and NJ Trans from both NJ Transit and Amtrak, decided, okay, we'll press one of the tracks in Portal North into service then and there. And so they did that. They unfortunately had to cancel a bunch of trains, reduce traffic by like 50%, but they were able to keep some trains flowing on the one track of Portal North. Uh, the other one still needs some validating work to be done, which is why both tracks weren't open. But the full cutover is scheduled for tomorrow.
And hopefully nothing else will break in the meantime, and everything will be okay. It's kind of a win, right?
Don't jinx it. Don't
Yeah,
jinx it,
knock on.
Ellis. Don't
I'm
jinx
not.
it.
Don't worry, Ryan. I'm knocking on wood.
Yeah, my desk is made of wood. I'm knocking on wood. It'll be fine. Um, but no, it is really cool. Honestly, I think that it is really cool that uh, they were able to salvage the situation using the new portal bridge, right? They said, okay, the old one is busted. I don't know what they would have done. It would have been hours and hours of delay probably to sort out the collapsing power line situation on the old portal bridge, but they just said no, we can just send everything over the new one. This is
I know, right?
exactly why we need to be doing this sort of thing in terms of building replacement infrastructure, so that we can have replacements for when things start to fall down.
Yes.
Hopefully we can replace things before they fall down, but that's me being
Yeah, I was
far
gonna
too
say,
optimistic here.
let's try and be preventative rather than reactionary.
Well,
You know what we should. We should
Knocking.
touch on that. I almost forgot completely about once Mew's done.
Yeah, my last thing is knocking on wood that after this, the two replacement Hudson tubes get done within the next 30 years or something,
yeah,
so that
Oh,
the current
okay.
ones can be refurbished.
I was gonna say that is like an insane thing to say. Like the next 30 years.
yeah. Well, I don't know what the
Um,
timeline is supposed to be. It did, they need the money so they can bid the contract. They can put out the contracts to bid for actually boring the tunnels, and that's, you know, the tunnel part of the tunnels. That's the important part. So they're at a very important stage here.
Important.
They're at a large
yeah, I was
and
gonna say.
significant stage. How many other synonyms can I find for important? Also, in the comments here, Walker Colt says, working for the Port of Baltimore here, I know it's old news, but speaking of infrastructure getting update, it's nice to have the Howard Street Tunnel in Baltimore to be open.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
haven't heard much about the Baltimore tunnel shenanigans lately. We haven't received any new articles on that. And I will say, I'll take this moment to say to the audience, if you have railroad news, please supply us with links in the Terminus news section of our Discord. You can join the Discord in the description. You can access the Terminus news section without even going through any rank process. You can just submit us articles whenever you like. Most of these articles are sent by me because I just get stuff on my phone. So having other things, having other people's algorithms contributing is always very helpful because mine is insufficient. Like I said, I don't hear about Baltimore.
I forget the Howard Street Tunnel. Was that to replace or supplement the Frederick Douglass tunnels, or am I completely confusing my Baltimore geography?
Um, See,
Is this
I
the one
think
with the eminent domain?
I'm not sure.
so
it's a bit of a Charlie Foxtrot.
yeah, well,
Fair.
the Howard Street Tunnel is a freight tunnel in Baltimore that was um, that was closed since I think February of last year, for one reason or another.
Frederick
Ah,
Douglass Tunnel is the new tunnel that they're building to replace the B&P tunnel.
Okay, yeah, that's the Amtrak one.
Yes, that's
Um,
Amtrak.
this is the
okay.
CSX one, and yeah, part of it was they lowered the floor of Howard Street Tunnel to fit double stacks.
Fair enough.
Um, so yeah, that's good. They'll be able to get double stack trains in and out of Baltimore much more easily there, or get containers in and out much more easily. Um,
Yes.
so yeah, I don't know if. Oh yeah, okay. There's a reopening. It reopened back in December by the looks.
Okay.
And also, I mean, I'll put this in the public thread because look at the photo in this thing. Also, I see that Walker Colt has his hand
Oh,
up. If someone
yeah.
could let Walker Colt in, because he was the person that made the comment, he'll probably have some better insights about
Yes.
this. This is exactly what
Welcome
the
to the show,
podcast is
Mr.
for.
Cole.
No, thank you for allowing me to come on. But no, like you said, it was primarily to allow double stack containers. That's been a bit of an issue coming out of the secret marine terminal. Uh, I work on the Dundalk Marine Terminal right next door. And some of my information, this is insider baseball, since I do work for the state of Maryland.
If you don't want to disclose it, you don't have to.
Oh no, I don't.
Don't,
I don't
don't
really
get yourself
care.
in trouble,
I
but
work,
you know that we're
no,
live.
no, I'm not gonna get in trouble with this. I work for the crane department, so this is just what I know and from what I hear from news upstairs. But
Okay.
no,
You
it's
sure?
just essentially for double stack containers. The Howard Street Tunnel, of course, you guys know is very old.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially that's what it was for. I think they're having to finish up the construction for all the street up above. I think that's supposed to be done till I think mid 2026. But yes,
Okay.
for freight traffic, it is done and finished.
Gotcha.
Cool. Yeah, it's a little bit under 2 miles long. It was built in 1895. That's
That's just a little old.
it's just a little old, and yeah, no, I want to.
Just a scotch.
I want to share the
Yeah.
photo of the interior. Oh, sorry, that's a little picture. Just look in the article. There's a picture of the sunken floor of the tunnel to accommodate the double stacks.
Yeah.
It's a
That is
neat.
it's a neat visual, but that genuinely looks terrifying.
It's a little bit like this is what the train to Black Mesa is like in my head with RTX on. It's it's half like spooky, creepy, ancient, and half like weird modernism. Having everything slope in towards the tracks. God, they doing the drainage in there must have been a real piece of work to get that all to figure out. Well, thank you for coming on and clarifying that, Mr. Colt.
Oh no, it's not a problem.
Definitely.
But yes, drainage has always been a problem since. I mean, we're quite literally there at sea level. It's no matter where it is, even on the port, with all the bursts and whatnot, we still have issues with flooding here and there when we get heavy
Fair.
rains or storms coming in and out.
Mood.
What is it, Mr. Colt? I am most of the time when I'm not at college, I'm in Annapolis, so I understand that we're by no means Baltimore, but even our little cute little high street has some issues with that.
Yeah, for me personally, I live about 30 miles north of Baltimore City itself, so yeah, it's a bit of a hellhole. Half of the eastern-ish portion of Maryland is just right there at freaking water level, essentially, or sea level.
But it is nice to see. It is nice to see that there is some new infrastructure going in place, and we it's nice to see that.
Yeah, no, because we currently on Dundalk Marine Terminal have a couple of contractors going in and they're updating the rail on the Dundalk Marine Terminal side, which I don't know when they're going to be done, but they've been at it for about a year, 2 years now. And mostly anything on the Dundalk Marine Terminal side is Norfolk Southern. Secret, which does all the container stuff, that's CSX. I know weird old Conrail stuff. That's just how they divided up Baltimore.
Neat.
Fair enough.
And yeah,
Oh,
of course.
speaking of, I I actually have a small anecdote.
Go ahead.
So, is everyone here familiar with Newark International Airport?
I know that it exists.
Yes.
Yeah. So, next to it is like a big container part. Or not, I don't even know it's big, but it's a container terminal. Um,
The
and
port
while I
of
was driving,
Newark.
yeah, the beautiful scenic.
We're back in New Jersey.
I-
Help.
And back and when I was driving down a week ago, I understand this is such a Fomer comment to make, but I
Go
saw
on.
one of the last remaining NSSD 45s there.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah,
When you say last remaining,
back,
how many are there?
like I think
Ish.
genuinely like 3,
Oh, wow.
like
Okay.
because ST45s were not that popular. So,
Huh. I'm pretty sure I was using an SD45 at the Providence Northern this past weekend. Oh, I didn't even talk about the fact that we had the little roadie chapter of the NMRA rent out space from the Grange, and we were part of the layout tour, and we had a whole bunch of people at the PN. It was kind of crazy, or so I've been told. Um, that was a whole thing. It was kind of neat to have the NMRA visit. Uh, and Ryan, oh, you know what? I will close the book on the previous two things. You and Walker, thank you for coming on the show. You're welcome back anytime if you've got another piece of news that you'd like to share or, uh, you know, give your 2 cents on.
Of course. Thanks for having us.
No, thank you.
I will move them back to the audience, and then I'll say, Ryan, it's funny that you mentioned NS Diesels because we have an article about NS Diesels.
oh yes.
Uh,
What is it?
this is the
Continue.
like O'Gilly's kind of news. I can't really give much other than the most basic lip service to this, but I figured since the pickings are a little thin this week, I will cover as much as we can. We've got a conversion of 96 of NS's SD70M-2s to AC traction locomotives, which are going to be called SD70 ICCs.
Interstate Commerce Commissions.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know why they're called that, but sure, Interstate Commerce Commission. They said they're going to be stronger and they're going to be more energy efficient or fuel efficient, and also 40% more reliable. So I don't know. They're just throwing out numbers. I don't know where you get these numbers, but
How do you know that?
yeah, I don't know. NS said the
I guess
SD70 ICCs will be 40% more reliable, increase haulage capacity by 55%, and improve fuel efficiency by 3%.
like I'm wondering like is it like simulations that they do or is it like do they like take the engine like they would a car and do like that test where they like shake it around for a whole bunch simulate like 100,000 miles?
They put on a dyno, yeah.
Yeah. Like
Uh, it's got to be
it,
simulations, right? It's got to be like fancy mathematical programs, or they put the engine spec into trains and see if it pulls more
yeah.
cars.
Yeah, I mean I was gonna say maybe they just put like the prime mover up on like a stand or whatever, like they do with a motor, like a car motor, and then they just like run it by
Yeah,
itself
I was
for like hours and hours and hours straight.
well. Oh yeah, I was about to say like I think the modern day diesel electric locomotive is computerized enough in which they can like I'm pretty sure it can tell itself when it's being more efficient. Like I would have to wager.
Oh
Um,
yeah, the efficiency and all that sort of stuff is not surprising, and I believe those figures. The reliability one is the one that gets me because, like, how do you know reliable? How do you know how reliable a new series of locomotives is when you're not running the series of locomotives in service?
Yeah,
very not.
it's really funny, honestly. It's just we're gonna uh yeah, it's gonna be more efficient. It's gonna be more reliable. It's gonna be I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
they
This
would need
sure,
to know mean time between failures, and that means they need
this
to do a lot of testing.
this is particularly bad news because this means that Scale Trains is going to do a run of these and it's going to be branded as a whole brand new product. Um,
And people are
so
gonna buy them.
unfortunately, well, yeah, unfortunately, it looks like so now So now we're adding this to the like growing pile of NS rebuilds that are only going to be assigned a specific district. And like if you don't model it, suddenly you're wrong and you're being sent to hell. And
Yeah, you're going to foamer hell.
yeah, because you only model an SD70 Ace when you're supposed to model the SD70 ICC. Also, the first units of these will be delivered in 2027, which is I'm like we are barely in 2026, and I still can't even believe it was 2025. So
yeah,
like,
it's
this
it's definitely
moving
still
up this
2022
fast.
or something.
Yeah. So we're I don't know. NS diesels. Anyways, Ellis, I have something I would like to add to bring to the show if that's possible.
Oh, absolutely. Go right ahead. What is it?
I was particularly enamored with, let me find it. Here. Oh no, that's the passenger car photo index. Wrong thing. Hold on.
What are you looking for?
No, I found it. The first train to Pyongyang in 6 years leaves Beijing.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised this didn't make it into. I didn't see it in Terminus News. That is a good and that's an interesting thing. I saw this and I forgot to throw it into Terminus News. Yeah, so elaborate.
Yeah, so from what I can tell, so the reason I bring this up is because I have one of my big dreams, like bucket list items, is I'd like to do Beijing to London by rail someday. It's crazy, but I'd like to do it.
Mm-hmm. Well, now you can go even further.
This,
you can do Pyongyang to London.
Yeah, no. This is genuinely kind of insane. First of all, so it's kind of a restricted service right now, as you can imagine.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour, 41-minute journey, which is kind of insane. It looks like they're running it as like a night train. So it's not going to be like a daytime. It's not going to be our fabled daytime streamliners over here in the U.S. No, it's going to be a like 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. service.
Taking the daytime streamliner to Pyongyang.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Right now it's currently restricted tickets, so it's just those with like I think business visas. But I think they're planning on expanding it because you know they to quote the article, the Routers article. Hold on, it says China and North Korea are quote friendly neighbors, and a cross-border passenger train service facilitates people-to-people exchanges, a foreign ministry spokesperson told reporters on Thursday.
Okay.
So they're friendly neighbors, Ellis and TJ.
They're having a great time.
Yep. Now the real question is, if one day in 20 years, and we haven't talked in 20, if I disappear off the face of the earth tomorrow and I show up at your house in 20 years, and I say I have a ticket on the Pyongyang Express from Beijing, will you join me?
I'll assume during that 20 years you were in, you took the train to Pyongyang and got stuck there.
I want to take a friend to do it again.
Yeah. You had such a great time. You needed to do it a second time.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. Hold on? Did you post that article somewhere?
Yeah, I linked it in the thing, but it was also in Terminus.
Oh, in the document. I think it was, okay, perfect.
Yeah, someone Northern actually was the one who sent it. What's particularly interesting is that in the quest of short trains you can model, because it's China and they're still like their long distance high speed rail fleet is still like, it's still very reminiscent of like our old like a 1950s American coach.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is if you want to model the Pyongyang Express on the Providence and Northern, you can do it because I'm pretty sure Bachmann has made these cars.
That would be so funny. Yeah, I'll put that on the list. I'll go look for stuff at the Big E. Hey, do you have any cars from the Pyongyang Express? Also, Is that what it's called? What is it called? Does it have a name
No,
at all?
I don't. What? It's train. No. Unfortunately, it's not the Pyongyang Express. It's just train K-27.
Damn. I mean, since North Korea is what the Democratic Republic of Korea, this is going to be called like the luxury high speed blah blah blah. It's got to have all sorts of misleading adjectives.
Oh yes.
Um.
Um.
So, yeah, that's fascinating. I mean,
no, it's
this existed pre-COVID is the other thing.
Yes.
So it's not like it does say, you did say 6 years. It does say 6 years, but it's not like, oh, they haven't. North Korea hasn't run a cross-border train since the war, and now they're finally opening up their borders. It's like, no, this is just the service is resuming after 6 years.
For what it's worth, like Beijing to Pyongyang, this is like a proper train trip.
It's a long distance. I mean, what? It takes 24 hours, you said.
Yeah.
What? As the crow flies, Beijing to Pyongyang is, well, they have to go around the sort of bay here, but as the crow flies, it's 500 miles. But yeah, you have to go around the north end of the Yellow Sea, and it's not at all a straight line. So yeah, that's quite a trip.
So, next Horseman trip,
Yes.
I'm going to put this in the suggestion.
Horseman trip to Pyongyang.
Come on,
I'm on business. We're doing the dear leader has purchased trading cards, and I'm hand delivering them.
Yes, you're the courier.
Yeah. Well, hopefully nobody shoots me in the head. Anyway,
that too. I will. Say, oh, sorry.
Go ahead, because I have one more thing I want to cover before we start wrapping up.
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, like, I forgot what I was gonna say. You were gonna bring up something. Tell us what you're gonna bring up.
So, all right. So it's currently 6:25. We've been going for about 90 minutes because we started more or less on time. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Or no, we've been going for an hour and 17 minutes. We might be able to spend some time on this, maybe not. Name the train. Colorado Front Range passenger rail is asking for names.
Yes. I saw this. This was the funniest thing.
I'm glad you've already seen it. I'm glad you already have an opinion on it because this is the first time I'm looking at it. They're asking for voters to choose on a name for from four options ahead of the measure to fund the project. Which, first of all, I feel like this is like naming a dog before you get it. So I don't know if they're jumping the gun here. I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea. Like, if one of them wins overwhelmingly, then maybe that'll encourage people to vote for the funding. They'll feel some ownership over it, right?
Wait, hold on. So let me get this straight. So they don't actually. So this is not a train that's actually existing yet. All I know is that there was a naming convention.
Yeah, well, this is the Front Range passenger service. The goal is to connect Fort Collins in the north to Trinidad, Colorado in the south. That, along the edge of the Colorado Rockies, it would intersect with the California Zephyr, and it would also, I believe, intersect with the Southwest Chief at the bottom. So, it would be a useful service. It is a good place for a corridor service, and it's something that has been talked about for a really, really long time. Oh shoot, I should have seen if I could grab Weibold. I want to know what name he wants. I need to ask. I need to ask the three quarters. Here are the finalists.
Do you have a link for this, by the way?
Yeah, I put it in I put it in the public thread. I'll get it into the other thing now.
It's this. Yeah.
Yeah. So they whittled down 100 ideas to just 4.
Impressive.
Yeah. And I'm going to do them in order that they are entertaining to me. Number 1 is the Colorado Ranger, which is fine. Range Link, which is an interesting name. It's also the only one that doesn't really specify where it is. The Colorado Connector, or COCO, And finally, the Front Range Express Destinations, or FRED for short. I don't know how, if you handed me a ballot, I don't know if I could keep myself from voting for Fred.
If
No, no,
so
yeah.
if it's Fred, then they have to have a speaker on the outside that goes, "Hey, it's Fred." Every time it goes
No,
by.
no, no, no. This is. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I
Fred
think I might.
Figglehorn the train.
That I would be disappointed if Fred or Coco does not win.
I think Coco is neat. I honestly kind of like the Colorado Ranger.
Yeah, okay, yeah, but like, yeah, yes, it's a cool name, but like Ellis, like they can get a cool mascot named Coco to sell many marketable plushies to fund one
That's
seat
true.
of their new train set.
It could be like a little bird or whatever.
Hold on, wait,
Isn't that
hold
Coco?
on.
Wait, isn't that a movie?
Well, there is the movie.
And isn't that a bird?
That's
Is
probably where
Coco
I'm
a
getting it.
bird?
Hold on. It might be one of the Angry Birds.
Oh no, what?
Oh no, Coco's
Hold on.
a kid.
Oh,
Oh
hold
yeah.
on.
Well yeah. Oh yeah. There's the Pixar movie Coco, right?
Yeah, good movie. But
I haven't actually seen it.
no, you should put it on the real list. But anyways,
It's woke.
It's yeah. No, I can't watch that movie.
but it's like I don't know, but I think personally, my vote is for Fred or Coco. I think Fred would be the funniest thing.
I think Coco is a great mix of like ridiculousness and actually being a coherent name. Like the Colorado Connector Service is a good name for this. It's reasonable. And then Coco, you can get the sort of curb appeal and sell plushies, like you said. The Colorado Ranger makes me think of
A
Fallout,
football
I
team.
guess, or a football team. Yeah. Range Link, I think, is a Wi-Fi company. Uh, you know,
Also,
uh,
like Rangelink sounds like something like it sounds like a light rail service.
that's true as well. Yeah, maybe it undersells what this thing is. Uh, it's either a light rail service or something made by teenagers in Silicon Valley. Um, and somebody says, or the district director Sal Pace said, if there's a clear winner, then we have an answer. So it seems like this is
This is
probably kind of non-binding, like not a totally binding poll. They just want to put these names out to the people and see, hey, are there strong feelings on one of these? And maybe if there are no
so
strong feelings, they'll come up with some more and go around again.
so one question, because this is not a project I follow religiously for obvious reasons. Is so like is the infrastructure in place for this, or are they gonna have to build like what is this? Like I know
So
I have it pulled up. They're running from Fort Collins to Trinidad, but like are they using existing trackage? Like what's the plan?
they will be almost certainly using existing trackage. They'll have to build some stations, uh, but there is plenty of established rail infrastructure along the Front Range. It's the joint line between UP and BNSF for no small part of it. Um, they are, they want to do a starter service between Denver and Fort Collins alone, starting in 2029 as sort of like to test the waters.
Wait, in 2029, that's 3 years from now. They're gonna like no offense, they're gonna lose steam for this. I think.
I can't disagree honestly, but they're doing the vote on the half-cent tax increase in this coming November. So that might get this ball rolling faster if it passes, because the
Wait, a half-cent tax increase?
half-cent tax on, I don't know if it's on the gas tax or whatever. It's on something. Sorry, it's a sales tax. So it'd be a half-cent on the sales tax. And yeah, the starter service would rely on funds from the RTD, and fees on rental cars, which is sort of an interesting source of funds. But the idea is they're going to run the starter service with money that they already have, and they're going to, if this ballot measure passes to raise the tax, that's going to cover the expenses to, do the rest of it. They estimate the cost between $2 and $14 billion, which is kind of a wide spread.
Wait, $billion?
Yeah, $2 and $14 billion.
$1 billion.
I don't know
Jesus
what all that. I
Christ.
mean, I assume $2 billion doesn't seem super ridiculous for rehabbing some track, building a whole bunch of stations, and acquiring equipment. $14 billion, I don't know what you're doing for $14 billion.
Putting up the dang wires.
Yeah, well, honestly, yeah, and that would be sick. Front range trains would use existing tracks, run at speeds of up to 79 miles an hour, which, the goal is to compete with drivers on Interstate 25, which runs that route. Or compete with driving, not compete with drivers. And
It's like Top Gear.
yeah, they said they were one of the names that came up in the brainstorming was the Colorado Eagle, which was the name of the train that linked Denver and Pueblo back pre-Amtrak. But unfortunately, the Colorado Eagles are a minor league hockey team, and they didn't want to step on their toes, as well as the Texas Eagle as well. So you don't want to have the Colorado Eagle and the Texas Eagle on the network, I guess.
What do you mean? One of them would be the Colorado Eagle, and one of them would be the Texas Eagle. They could be both the Eagle corridor.
Go on. Yeah. Well, you got eagles all over.
Yeah, American Eagle.
What is it?
All right.
This is genuinely. I think I need to follow this project because genuinely, $14 billion. That's funny money right there.
Hopefully they're highballing it, they're saying, well, if we raise $14 billion, there's no way it's not getting done. But start with $2 billion, go from there. I think $2 billion for a couple of station platforms and some equipment, and the rest of it is just to grease the pockets, grease the palms of UP and BNSF to let them do this. That's what it's got to be. It's $2 billion for trains and $12 billion for.
What I genuinely wish. I want one of these state rail operations. I think it would be the funniest thing if North Dakota, any state, does some kind of eminent domain on a railroad's main line and just tells them you are going to run our passenger trains or else we are going to have problems. I think that would be the greatest thing.
Isn't that what Chicago was doing, and then they went to court about it and Chicago lost, Metro lost?
I think I am not sure, but that sounds reasonable.
Unfortunately, this has already played out, and we know how it goes, and it doesn't go well for the people who aren't the Class 1s because the Class 1s have more money and power than God. Anyway, I think that is about all the news that we have for this week, and it's time to begin to wrap the show up. So,
got one more article.
Oh, what's up?
On Friday, I dodged the biggest bullet. I think of one of the biggest bullets of my commuting experience on the MBTA.
Go on.
A train derailed at South Station on Friday right before the evening commute.
Oh no. Oh God.
Yes.
That's awful.
Yes. If you look at the article, it picked a switch.
No.
And so luckily, I think I would have been okay. Because I saw the MBTA alerts coming in as we were on our way to Maine. Which is how I dodged the bullet, by getting on the red line and going the opposite
By going
direction
to
of South
Maine,
Station.
yeah.
And the train I usually take home was only 10-15 minutes late, but the evening express, the rush hour express, was canceled.
Damn,
because of this.
that screws over a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, my question is there any are there any alternatives they could have taken, or were they stranded in Boston?
No, you're straight. I mean, unless they somehow moved equipment out of the engine yard to like Ruggles or Back Bay and started service out of there, all the canceled trains would have you'd just be screwed.
You just have to wait until they
Because
fix it, and then
Amtrak's not going out, MBTA's not going out because the engine facility and the coach yard are connected to South Station via the same stretch of tracks that go towards Providence.
not great. Really,
I
really
think
unfortunate.
not great might be under. I think not great undersells the magnitude of the situation.
Yeah.
You know it's bad when I went to the WWNF yesterday, and one of the first things Bryce asked me when he saw me was, "How was your how is it going at South Station recently?"
He knew.
And he was like, "Yeah, they fucked it."
Oh boy.
And we shared a laugh about how lucky I was to not be on there. But yeah, like you could see in the picture like right where it is. It's like right in the middle of everything.
The South Station throat is pretty rough, and there's a lot of double slip switches in there. There's tracks coming in from multiple directions.
Yeah,
It
they
is the
really
kind of place where
zigzag
you
through
really
there.
would not want to put a train on the ground. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's rough, especially because it's the weekend before the St. Patty's Day parade. They probably were scrambling to get everything back in order after that. That sucks.
Yeah,
That's nuts.
they expected so much ridership today for the St. Patrick's Day parade that they said you can't have bikes at all day.
Oh wow.
Yeah. On the entire commuter rail system.
Anyway, hope everyone had a good time at the St. Patty's Day parade.
I managed to squeeze in MBTA news. Ha.
Yeah, always. We always need the MBTA news. All right, I am gonna go look at the map. Can I have guesses for latest train on Amtrak, please?
I'm gonna guess. I have to go with I like the Floridian. Like 90% of the time it's late.
Which way?
Chicago bound.
All right, northbound Floridian. TJ?
Westbound uh westbound Coast Starlight. Wait. No, that's the wrong
That's
one.
north and south is the Coast Starlight.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Westbound uh the one that goes to LA.
Sunset or Southwest Chief.
The Southwest Chief.
Okay.
Westbound Chief.
Westbound Chief, Southwest Chief to Los Angeles. Also, viewers, you can always drop your guesses in the Terminus Podcast public thread under Fun Fact of the Day. I won't read them out, but you'll know if you're right or not. The Southwest Chief to Los Angeles is 4 hours and 13 minutes late at Las Vegas, New Mexico. It is not the latest train on Amtrak, but it's not doing so hot. There is another Southwest Chief to Los Angeles that is 7 minutes late at Galesburg, Illinois. The Floridian, you said the northbound Floridian, is that right?
Yes.
That is train number 40, Floridian to Chicago, is 30 minutes late at Kissimmee, Florida, or 29 minutes late at Washington, D.C. Not the latest train on Amtrak. Immediately adjacent one of those trains is a 4 hour and 55 minute late Silver Meteor to Miami at Orlando, Florida. Not the latest train on Amtrak. Another honorable mention is the Sunset Limited to New Orleans, 5 hours and 7 minutes late at Houston, Texas. And the latest train on Amtrak, at least as far as I can tell, is the California Zephyr to Chicago, 8 hours and 10 minutes late at Ottumwa, Iowa. Kind of a rough day to be on the California Zephyr. Although I have heard some terrific Amtrak stories lately. There was somebody who was on a train and they opened the bathroom and there was a lady who died in there. And if you really want to,
no good.
yeah, if you really want something for the record books, the Canadian to Vancouver is 16 hours and 52 minutes late right now. So.
Oh, it left Toronto 9 hours late. So
I'm looking at this article that just got posted. What the heck is in the image?
I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. I just got it. I got it recommended to me, and I figured I'd throw it in there, and maybe we'd talk about it next week.
Why are there like hopper
That is
cars
that
on
is that is
ground?
Minecraft.
It is Minecraft. That explains what's going on. Yeah, they're gonna put out the contracts to bid the they're gonna put out the tunnel contracts for the gateway tunnels, and they're just gonna hire Steve, and he's just gonna get it done in like one evening.
Chicken jockey.
All right, California Zephyr number 6. Oh, sorry, this is the eastbound California Zephyr number 6 to Chicago, 8 hours and 10 minutes late at Ottumwa, Iowa. All right, thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me this evening. We'll be back next week, of course. In the meantime, if you liked the video, you know what to do. If you want to hear more, you know what to do. You can join us on our Discord. Link is in the description. You can give us news. You can get on the show. You can check out our website, theironhorseman.com. And you can use the link there, too, theironhorseman.com/discord, to join us. And, of course, thanks to everyone who helps make this possible. Thanks to all of the Railcam folks. A special shout out to Marine Trooper and Mew, who have been running Railroader in the background. I didn't get to talk about what this is, but this is the largest Railroader possible. I took all of the big map mods and stuck them into one. It is a mod pack of about 210 mods. If you want to be a part of this, you can join us for that as well. So, we didn't have Bender on the show. Bender said he would be coming around at about 6, or maybe I guess 6:30, which means we're wrapping up before then. But I've got to get ready for the post show. If you want to be a part of or listen or see the post show, stick around. Don't touch that dial. We'll be back, and the train will terminate at this